Hola.
Hello.
Hi, Mario. Am I on here? Yeah. How's it going?
Okay.
The weather's getting nice for a change. I don't want to get too used to it, but
Yeah. No, we don't have any rain in the forecast.
oh, good.
I
It's
was
funny because we need the rain, but every time it rains, it's oh my God.
there's nothing. Next week will be cloudy, but that's it.
That's it.
In my granddaughter FaceTime with us from St. Louis.
Oh my gosh, how is it?
Yeah, she's walking. She likes to walk in the snow. It's snowing and snowing. And she put the camera down and her feet are inside the snow.
Oh my God. You know, my daughter-in-law, Gil, is from St. Louis. So my mechitan says it's the worst weather in the country. In the summer, it's hot and humid and mosquitoes. In the winter,
Yeah.
it snows. In the spring, it's terrible weather. Terrible.
It's like
Harold,
like
he's hinting
Cleveland.
to you, Harold, he's hinting that you bring him over here. That's what he's hinting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's hinting at.
I
Mario.
figured.
Walter, who's master?
Abe, hello, Abe. How are you?
Much better.
Good.
Almost normal.
Abe, I saw Eva in the
I heard.
yeah.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem.
Okay, we're on Samech Bay 62. If he did not accept, if he bowed down, and it's just because of covet of the Malchus, so lo klum, it's not avodah zarah. So Elalav, we're talking about he bowed down me'avlo me'yira, and that's proof that it's proof that it's considered avodah zarah. That's the way Abaya learned. Rava Amar Lacha, no. But Omer Mutter. This Kohen Gadol thought that there's no Aveira in Avodah Zarah. Omer Mutter, Hainu Elam Dover. It's like a shoygeg. What's the difference between a Helam Dover type of korban that he would have to bring? Omer Mutter Lagamri. There's no Isser at all. Helam Dover is, he thought Kiyum b'miktzas, ubitul miktzas. Some of it is he was fulfilling, some of it he was not fulfilling. Like there's some of the avodah zarahs that you're not supposed to shecht and not burn incense, but you're allowed to be mishtachaveh. So that would be the nafkamina in that case between the chachamim and the other shita, between Abai and Rava. Tani Rav Zachai Kamed Rav Yochanan. Dibech v'kita v'nisech v'shtachavav. These are the four avodot that no matter to whether it's kedarka, shalo kedarka, if you do these avodot to that avodah zarah, you're chayv skila, shechting, burning incense, pouring wine, or bowing. Now you did it behelam echad. In one period for forgetfulness, you did all four of these. Eino chayv elachas. You only have to bring one korban chatas. You don't bring a korban chatas for each of the avodah. I'm going to throw it out of the base measures because this brisa is not correct. You are chai for every avodah. This is totally in the same machlokes of Rav Yosef Rav Nosson, the Tanya. Havora. There's a lav, it says, Lo Savaru Eish B'chol Moshvo Seichem on Shabbos. Now, why, it already says, Lo Sasem Lacha. Why is the Torah pointing out Havora separately? So the Tanakhama says, Lalav Yotza, to tell me that contrary to all the other malachos that you get skila for, if you light a fire, you only get malchus. Div Rabbi Yosef. Rav Nosson Lechalek Yotza. No. Havara was taught separately to tell me that just like Havara is its own Isser, so too if you do multiple avodah in one shkaga, you chayav korban for every malach. It's lechalik yatzis to say that if now lemandam havar lelav yatzis ishtachav nami, when it says velos ishtachav elahem velos avdeim, is lelav yatzis that ishtachavo according to Rabbi Yossi is also you're not chayav misa, you get malchus. And the Manda Omar, the Rav Nosson said, Havar l'chalek yatzis, ishtachavonami l'chalek yatzis, to tell you that you're chayiv for every avodah that you do the avodah zorah in one period of forgetfulness. So maski for Rav Yosef. Maybe not. Maybe Rav Yossi by Shabbos Havar l'lav yatzis because the nafkele chiluk malachos. That he really learns the fact that you're going to be chayiv for each and every malacha from a different pasuk, because it says, "Nefesh ki sechta bishkaga, mikol mitzvos Hashem asher lo sa'asena v'asa machas meheina." Machas meheina is the lashon. Pamim shechayiv achas al kulam. Sometimes you'll do all 39 malachas, but you only chayiv one. Sometimes you'll do 39 malachas, you're chayiv for each one. Al Rav Yonason, my time Rav Yossi, because it says Vasama achas mehena. Achas me'achas, heina mehena. Now what is that? Achas she heina, heina she achas. Achas, you did a complete malacha. You wanted to write the word Shimon, you wrote the right Shimon. Me'achas shekasov shemi Shimon. Now, let's say you wanted to write the word Shimon, you only wrote Shimon. You still wrote a full word. Heina la'avos, meheina, toldos. The meheina, the even subcategories of an av, it's the same aveira. Achashihi heina bizodin Shabbos, v'shigos malachos. You knew that it was Shabbos, but you didn't know that these malachos are aser. There, so you knew it was Shabbos, but you didn't know about the malachos of the 39 malachos. If you do all 39 malachos, because when you didn't know that they were malachos, you have to bring 39 korbanos. Heina shiachas is Shigas Shabbos v'zodim malachos. You don't know that today is Shabbos. You think today is Monday. I know about the various averos, the various malachos. There, if I do all 39, you only bring one korban for all 39. So it's clear that Rabbi Yossi understands this concept of chiluk malachos, but he finds it from a different pasuk, from achas meheina. Hacha by avodah zarah. It's all from the same pasuk. So maybe l'kula almi ishtachavo l'chalek yatsa. Maybe everybody will hold that when it says lo yishtachaveh lo savdeim, and so you wrote ishtachavo as a separate malacha, everybody holds that it's l'chalek, and that you have to bring multiple korbanos. So chiluk malacha shebavodah zarah nami tepekle. Maybe the fact that the various avodot by avodah zarah, like zibuach and kiter, are also learned from the same place of Hilchos Shabbos, achas meheina. It's not that achas meheina is not just written on Shabbos; it's written for very different averos that you get misa for. And maybe we'll do the same drasha for avodah zarah. Achas. Zvicha, right? That describes a regular case where you did a complete avoda of shechting. Me'achas means you only did a part of avoda. For example, you only cut one of the simonim, simin echad, right? You have to normally cut the esophagus and the trachea. You only cut one. Heina avois, like zibuach kitur nisuch v'shtachavot. Mein as told us. What's it told? The shavar makil lefaneh. You broke a stick in front of an avodah zarah. That's like shechting. You're destroying something in front of what is worshipped. And achas shehi heina refers to zodna avodah zarah. You know that there's a law against idol worship, but shigas averos. You didn't know that these specific avodas were usher. Heina shi achas is shigas avodah zarah. Bichlal, you didn't know that there's an isra avodah zarah. But the zod avodos, you know that these avodot are usher. Now, hi shigas avodah zarah chidami. How could you not? How could you know about the avodot to the avodah zarah? Be a shogig by avodah zarah itself. Ik savar shebesek nesesu mishtachava. You thought this building is a shul, and he bowed down to it, and it's really a base of avodah zarah. Harei libo l'shamayim. Well, he didn't have thoughts of worshiping another god, so certainly he's potter. El d'chazan darta v'sagid. He saw a statue, he bowed down to it. So it depends. If he accepted his avodah zarah, he's amazing. He's going to be put to death. Ilo kable alei. He didn't accept it as an avodah zarah. He did it like lechovid malchus. Then it's nothing. So we don't have an example. Ella must be. He bowed down me'avlu miyira. He was fearful or loved a certain person, and he didn't know it was usher. Since she was chayiv, it's chayiv to bring a korban. El Rav Shamar Potter Michael Meimer. So you can explain it, but oimer mutter. Bichlal avodah zarah is mutter. Tiv showed. If you're going to say that, you can answer a question in Shas that has never been answered. The boy minei Rav and Rav Nachman. Helam zev v'zeh biyado. Somebody who forgot. Let's say I didn't know that there's a concept of Shabbos, or that today is Shabbos. And I didn't know that about 39 malachos. Wow. That over there, we never had an answer. But if we have an answer here, Ma'u, what would be the answer? It also doesn't get answered. But we should answer, Tifsha Shena Chayv Elachas. Based on the direction we just made, you should be Chayv only one. The verse says, Haloi Kasha. But Tifsha, no problem. Answer it the way you want to answer it. Can we really learn that this pasuk that you wanted, that was achas meheina, that was learned by Shabbos, can we move it and transfer it over to avodah zarah? Dilu hacha achas meheina ksiv, that you have a kohen, a Mashiach, that made a chet b'shoigeg, he brings a part. Uvenasi, the melech, brings a so'ir. Uviyochid brings a kizbo se'ira. But avodah zarah tnan, v'shavi, the kohen gadol, is the same as he brings a se'ira like a yochid. So it's clear that the various korbanos that are brought because of avodah zarah is learned from a different pasuk, the sulo midi, and that's it. You have no other answer. Yosef Shmuel bar Yehuda, hachi tana kamei, chomer b'Shabbos mishar mitzvahs. Shabbos is more stringent than other mitzvahs. Chomer b'shar mitzvahs mishabbos. Other mitzvahs are more stringent than Shabbos. Chomer b'Shabbos, Shabbos imasa shtayim be'elam echad chayv kol achos v'echad. You did two malachos. In one period of forgetfulness, you're chayv two korbanos. Ma'ashen came b'shar mitzvahs. And that doesn't apply to other mitzvahs. What's the chomer b'shar mitzvahs? B'shar mitzvahs, shogag below miskef. You have shogeg. You had no kavan at all for the ma'aseh avera. You're still chayiv. Ma'ashenkin b'Shabbos, you have to at least know what it's a leches machshavas. Now this brisa we're going to explain. Amarman chomer b'Shabbos, sha'Shabbos imasa shtayim, you're chayiv one. Hechidon. You harvested and you ground. So the kavos gabishar mitzvah shachal chelev achal da. Both give you kares. Well, tzir and tchin are two different malachos. You bring 2. And by chaylev and dam, also they're not the same. Like, let's say you ate 2 kazesim of dam, then you'd only be 1. But if you ate a kazayis chaylev, kazayis dam, that's 2 different averis. So how is there a difference? Eli gabi shar mitzvahs. What's the example by other mitzvahs? If you do multiple averis, you only bring 1. Sha'achal chaylev, and then you ate chaylev again. Then you only bring 1. Well, by the kavasa gabi Shabbos, the ovid tzira. If you did 2 acts of tzira in the same period of forgetfulness, you're also hachachad machayv. Only bring 1. So where do you see the difference? Where's the chomer? Where's the chomer of one over the other? I knew the Amar lay, hook Tani Lebro. That's why Rav Yochanan says out of the base that the price is not correct. Frankly, well, my question. Why did Rav Yochanan have to get rid of this price? Dilma loyle me'emelacha. The Ovid Tzirut China, he did harvesting and grinding on Shabbos. Mashen came to Shar Mitzvahs. And that's, you know what kind of Shar Mitzvahs we're talking about? Asan Lavod Zara. Like Ravami. The Amar Ravami, Misha Zibech v'kitev v'nisach b'elam echad and a chayv alachas. If you shecht and burn incense and pour wine in one period of forgetfulness, you only bring 1. By Shabbos, you bring multiple. So there is a chomer of Shabbos over Shar Mitzvahs. So lo mituk malay, we cannot explain the brayso to be talking about avodah zarah. Why? The Tani say, chomer b'shar mitzvahs, and here we're understanding Shar Mitzvahs to be avodah zarah. Shebersar mitzvahs shogag below miskavin chay. So we said the stringency of other mitzvahs is that even though you were shogeg without kavana, you're chay. Now, how does that work by avodah zarah? Shogeg below miskavin by avodah zarah chidon. He thought it was a shul, bowed out to it. There's no bichlal isser at all. He saw a statue, bowed out to it. Well, if he accepted the statue as a god, Mezidu, he's not a shogeg. And he's chayv misa. If he didn't accept it as a god, lo klumu. He didn't do anything. He doesn't bring any korban. Ella must be, we're talking about, he worshipped the avodah zarah me'avu me'yira. But that only works hanicha by domar chayiv. So that's the chomer of Shar Mitzvahs, i.e. avodah zarah over Shabbos, because you're chayiv without kavana. But l'rava domar potter, and you're not chayiv, then Michael Meimar. Then the brayso is not explainable. Maybe you'll tell me that the shkogi here is bo'omer mutter. He thought it was bichlal, there was no isser. Masha came b'Shabbos. So Masha came b'Shabbos, you'd be potter legamri. Because if by avodah zarah you say you're a mutter and you're chayiv, then by Shabbos you wouldn't be, you'd potter legamri. Ad kama boy minei Rav and Rav Nachman. Rav and Rav Nachman didn't ask by dinei Shabbos by Helam Zev Zeb. You don't know anything. You don't know Shabbos. You don't know the malachos. We didn't have an answer what the punishment is. You can be chayiv 1, either 1 or 2, but nobody ever said potter l'gamri like Lamanda Amar. So there's no way to explain the brayso. What do you mean? My question, Reish of avodah zarah. Perhaps the brayso, meaning the machlokes ben Shabbos to Shar Mitzvahs, is a chanami difference between Shabbos and avodah zarah, and the safe is b'Shar Mitzvahs, not avodah zarah. And this is how we explain the brayso. Shogag below miskavein. If you were a shogeg without kavana by other mitzvahs, like eating chaylev, where you put it in your mouth, where you thought the ksava roiku boilo, you thought it was saliva. I swallowed it. You have to bring a korban chatas on that. Ma'ashen came b'Shabbos. Sheniskavin lagbia tolush. He had kavanah to pick something up that had already been cut from the ground. But then he thought it was, but then in the end it was connected. V'chata chazam achuber, and he cut that which was connected without even thinking about potter. because you're not chayv on Shabbos where you're not miskaveh. Now, Rav Nachman, in the name of Shmuel, I'm asik b'chalovin ba'arayos chayiv. Now, by eating chaylev or doing sexual acts, you're still chayiv a korban, even without. What misasik means, I don't even really know what I'm doing. I'm not miskavin klal to the ma'aseh wall. But here, when you eat something or you have relations, you're having hanoah. Even without kavana, you're chayiv. Shekei nene. But misasik b'Shabbos, you're just fooling around with your hand. You don't know what you're doing, and you do some kind of malacha. You're a potter because you need mlechas machshavas asur Torah. We'll learn this tonight in the tzurba. If it's not done with any kind of kavana, it's not called a mlechas machshavas. So that's a way to explain the Baraisa. So in fact, if that's a good way to explain the Baraisa, why did Rav Yochanan push it away? Rav Yochanan l'tamei delo mukim masisa reisha b'chatayma v'seva b'chatayma. He will not learn in Mishnah the reisha being about avodah zarah versus Shabbos, and the sefer being other averis versus Shabbos. It's all going to be consistent. There was a famous case about a barrel, and he challenged Chachamim, whoever can explain me this price of chavis, according to one opinion, I'll take his laundry to the bathhouse in order to wash it. This is if a mafkid chavis etzel chaver v'lo yichdu lo abayli makam. The person designated a place for a barrel, and the Bailim didn't designate a place for it, and it was moved and broken. It depends. If it was for the purpose, for his purposes, he's chayv. If it's for the purpose of the barrel, you're potter. And it goes through. That's a complicated case where it's very hard to learn it according to one Tana. But you see, Rabbi Yochanan had a preference to learn Baraisas and Mishnayos according to one Tana. Okay. We will learn the Tzurba in half an hour, 8 o'clock.
Shkoyach.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be at 8 o'clock.